Hey, good afternoon. For all of you who have always wanted to have homemade bread but thought it was such a chore, I have got a surprise. In Daryl's Dump Cookbook on page 24, this is a really quick and easy homemade bread. You're gonna love it. It just doesn't take much time to put together. So we'll get started on it and we'll have homemade bread for dinner tonight. All right, first thing you need is 4 cups of flour. And I should have pre-done. Oh. 1, I have to count because I'm inclined to forget where I'm at. I know nobody else has that problem, but I'm not afraid to admit it. So, 2, 3, and 4. The next thing we need, right on the top of all of this, we're going to put a packet. I've got 1 packet of yeast, rapid rise yeast. If you don't have this and you have other yeast, it works. Now I want to tell you something about yeast. It does not go bad. Don't pay any attention to the expiration date if you keep it in your freezer. I bought some yeast bulk several years ago, like almost 20 years ago, and I finally used up the last of it about a year ago. It was still good. So 2 teaspoons of salt, 2 tablespoons of butter. Honey, I'm not gonna measure it. I'm eyeballing it because more or less is gonna be okay. You can use sugar, but I love honey, and that's about 2 tablespoons. And this is 2 tablespoons of softened butter. I've also used coconut oil with this. I love using coconut oil, but this is softened butter. And then 2 cups, we pre-measured this, of lukewarm water. Now this is how you tell lukewarm. If it's just right for bathing a new baby in, that's lukewarm, and that's what this is. So just dump that all in on top. That's it. And then you take your spoon and just mix this. Doesn't take long to mix. And once you've got this just mixed, you don't knead it. You don't turn it out upside down on anything. You put a wet cloth over the top and let it rise. So that's what we're gonna do as soon as I have this mixed. This is kind of a sticky dough. As you can see, it's a little bit sticky, but that's the way it looks. And I scoop it up from the bottom, because sometimes we just don't quite get to the bottom. All right, that looks good. I'm just gonna kind of clean the sides off a little bit. 1 more scoop around, or maybe 2. And that's it. We're just gonna put a cloth over the top of this. And I'm gonna put it out on Annie's porch because the house is a little bit cool and it'll just rise better if it's in a warmer area. And we'll come back in about 2 hours, put it into loaves and bake it. All right, we'll see you later. All right, so I've wet one of Annie's clean kitchen towels. You want it wet because if you put something dry over it, then it makes kind of a film on the top of the bread. You don't want that. You want it all kept damp. So just damp like this, and we're gonna take and let it set just like this for about 2 hours. I'm gonna check it in an hour, hour and a half. You want it double in size. So then once we're there, we'll keep track of how long and we'll get back to you. This whole process is only taking about 5 minutes. Perfect. All right, so it's been rising, whatever you say. It has doubled in size. Took about an hour and a half actually out on Annie's back porch. And so now the next thing, it's a very sticky dough. So the next thing is to divide it down and just plop it into the pans. So that's what I'm gonna do. Annie uses this size to make her pumpkin bread quite often. If I'm at home, I have 2 1-quart glass dishes, and it's just perfect for 1 quart, 2 1 quarts. So we're gonna do it in these because it'll be fine. All right, let's get started with that. You just kind of knock it down. Like I said, it's a really sticky dough, but oh, it's gonna be so delicious. So yummy. Okay, I've got it knocked down. And what makes it difficult is it's hard because it is sticky. It's a little hard to divide, but we're gonna make it work. So we're gonna divide it down like this. I'm gonna take it, I think about 2 of these will work, or 4, I mean. So let's get, I don't ever wanna handle it, and I love this stuff because you never have to knead it. And then it just goes right down in here. Easy, easy, just like that. All right, next one, I've already pre-sprayed or greased these pans. Second one. Woo, isn't that nice? Get it in there. Drop it down. I kind of try to even it out a little bit. And then I think I'm gonna need to spray these a little bit more. Just like this. Next 2.
So how about we put this on fast forward for the
Great.
next 2?
Perfect.
Because you're gonna do the same thing,
Gonna
right?
do the same thing, yep.
Okay.
All right, now we've just divided it all up. Again, remember, I didn't ever touch them, and they're in the pans. And what I do now is I'm just gonna set them over out of my way, let them rise for maybe an hour, and then we'll bake them. Simple, easy. We don't need to cover them again. So it's all perfect. All right, so the bread has been rising and it's perfect. It's been there 45 minutes. Again, it depends on the temperature of your house and where you put it. And those of you that are bread bakers know that usually the tops are really smooth. But because this is quick and easy and a dump recipe, it's not so smooth, but it doesn't matter. It tastes delicious. So the oven is 400 degrees and it'll be in there for, we're gonna have it in there. I'm gonna check it in 18 minutes. The recipe says 20, but I don't know Annie's oven. So we're gonna check it in 18 minutes. It's going to be yummy. All right, the bread took a little longer in Annie's oven, so it had 20 minutes at 400. And look at that. Perfect, beautiful. Oh my gosh,
It smells
bread.
so good.
So easy, no touch. A dump recipe.
So is that the trick, Mom, where it's just no touch? Is that super important? Or are you
Well,
just saying that because you don't have to knead it?
Yes, I'm saying it because you have to work.
Okay.
I mean, as you've watched this video, you just saw it only took 7 minutes from start to finish to put it together. We let it rise, we knocked it down, threw it in the pan, didn't knead it, didn't touch it because it was sticky, and so here it is. It's ready to cut.
Okay. So are we gonna let it cool for just a minute and then we'll cut into it?
We do. We need to let it cool, maybe 5 minutes.
Okay. We will be back.
We will be back. And the most exciting part of all is the tasting. Woo! And we brought out our taster.
Oh, Miss Annie knows that I love to be the taste tester.
Ooh, look at that. Now look, see? It's nice. It's
Yeah.
it's wonderful. It's prairie bread. This is what our ancestors would have made. Quick and easy.
It looks delicious. Can I put a little butter on it, or should
That's-
I just
Oh no, that's why I got the butter out. You can't have fresh bread without butter,
without butter?
right?
Oh, I do have a little butter.
Don't be rubbing it too hard because it's gonna all fall apart.
We don't want to fall apart. Okay.
Let's take one big bite out of that piece right
Did
there.
you talk about this
I
at
did
all?
not.
right. So this is, wait, oh, we missed that part. All
Mm.
right. We were focusing in on the cottage supply that they
Wow.
provided us with this awesome cutting board. But what do you
Mom,
think about that
is delicious. This is awesome.
Mm-hmm.
bread? So good.
So this cutting board is from Cottage Supply, as Miss Annie just said, and it's beautiful.
Right. This was a gift to us because we worked with them with the kitchen.
Because we have a beautiful
And
kitchen.
we have our beautiful kitchen that we get to work in, which is so much fun. All right, so you love it?
I do.
Okay.
And that is a recipe out of our duck cookbook.
Page 24.
Oh, looky there.
All right.
I'm good.
You are good.
Thanks,
That's
Mom.
awesome.
You're welcome.
All right, you guys need to remind everybody to do what?
Be stronger every day.
And know that you can do hard things.